That's why she was crocheting or whatever, or knitting earlier. Got the Moroni look right now. I crave the sweet embrace of death. I've been sitting here for 2 hours now, and nobody's walked up to attain a novelty Funplax shot glass, or a colored pencil set, or a yo-yo. Lunchtime is approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the crate are a few stray adults with no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. Friendship is not cheap. Thankfully, my first customer of the day arrived before I start wondering if one of these 500 ticket pledges could really fit down someone's throat. Or maybe not, just walking right by on me, his head buried in reading some sort of spreadsheet. Was he here to play, or doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break, or unwashed and unemployed in a game aficionado? In fact... Ooh, he was a snappy dresser. Maybe a cool dude. Oh, he seems pretty stuck up. Alright, so who was it? It was the guy with the vest and the blue tie and business pants. Seems pretty stuck up. But if he's the... I'm guessing that's Gavin. If I recall correctly. That's Gavin, probably. Don't be shitty. Okay. Let's not be... So, don't know if you're referring to right now, or if that was a moment from I was going to say years ago. I mean, that could relate to something from years ago. He's a snappy dresser. Maybe a cool dude. Most guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and jeans, but not this guy. Even in an arcade, he is sharp like a linoleum knife. In fact, that rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. Hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? What are you doing behind this desk? I mean, where's Francine? Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Boggy. I am Francine. I had some work done. I'm the new hire. Not that anybody wants prizes. Let's be formal here. Hello, I am Monkey Lobo, your new hire. I'm looking forward to working with you. He relaxes somewhat on hearing that. Somewhat.
Good to hear.
Oh, it's about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work the desk. She's got gusto for an octogenarian and loves working the floor, but sitting here all day handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So she's explained the job to you, gave you the papers to sign. She said that Gavin would handle that stuff. With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming on.
That would be me. I'm Gavin Cooper.
Hi, Gavin.
I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business, rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes.
Okay, so he's the, yeah. Alright, so he's the one with the spreadsheets. This makes more sense now. Right, so as you've no doubt guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes, but that's the least part of your job. Oh, there's more to it than that. You are floor attendant. Attend to the floor. The carpets,
Seriously?
or the floor, the arcade, the games, the patrons. You're the one running around putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're our second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later, but we need two. One to roam and one to operate the desk. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure that this whole thing doesn't fall to bankruptcy. That's why Francine loved filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. Okay, so, yeah, it's not our fault. Yeah. I am not a people person, as you've likely gathered. That's not to say that you're alone out here. I am in your corner, at least. If things go south, you tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Of course. Gavin quickly handed me his business card. He apparently had a stack of them at the ready on his pocket. Go figure. His phone number is listed at the bottom. You ever worked in a high-pressure customer service job before? Shoe sales. Smelly socks. You have no idea. Right, well, you know how to keep your head when a customer doesn't, I hope. But anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley or Naomi. In that order. Who and who? You'll meet them soon enough.
I think not.
Above all, do not bug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Comprendo? I mean, that's the wrong... Oh, okay. You are a little bit stuck up, but I guess, yeah. Let's see here. Relax, I got this. Stress feeds me and makes me strong. No, that's not, Okay. This isn't my first pony ride. You can rely on me. I think that's... But 911 is for the huge emergencies, right? I mean... I'm gonna go with the pony ride one. It's not my first explosive ordnance test. I've worked retail and food service, and I've worked as a lifeguard. Managing stress and difficult situations, even life or death ones, is something I've got experience in. You can rely on me. Gavin nods approvingly.
Indeed.
Good. I'm glad I like to hear that. If you can handle yourself and exercise good judgment, you'll last a hell of a lot longer than the last guy.
If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along slimmer.
Thanks, Gavin.
I have enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
We'll try not to, Gavin. Magical arc of what? Gavin sighs, a stress relief gesture, but his expression softens somewhat afterwards.
I take it Francine told you her theory. That this is more than just a job. More than just an arcade.
Yes. That's my understanding.
I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm hurt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job. Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong, for one reason or another. Me, I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically.
Okay.
The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives. Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, only getting crushed by hard reality.
Reality sucks.
My job is to see to it that never happens. That
All right.
Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business. So, you find some value in this place beyond your salary, or you'll burn out. Trust me. Last guy to sit there burned out hard. Now, can I trust you to mess with our merry misfits?
Yeah, I'm starting to feel, yeah. Okay. So, definitely more of a tough exterior, but caring, we're more compassionate once we get past that. I'm still trying to figure out my why. Why so aggressive? He's not being that aggressive. I'm still trying to figure out my why. Like, why am I here? But I am willing to work with you as much as possible. To be honest, I'm still sorting out why I'm here, what my dream is, but I'm not here to step on anyone else's dreams in the process. I'm here to do my best at supporting everyone. Good to hear. I'd say we share similar views then, and it'll be a pleasure to work with someone who's actually enthusiastic and competent. And hopefully, this hive of weirdness will help you find your dreams along the way. Anyway, I need to go prepare your homework. Or paperwork. Oh my gosh, can you tell I'm still in the semester mindset here? Technically, you shouldn't be working until we've crossed the I's and dotted the T's, but... Wait. Well, since I'm already sitting here, you'd rather I stick around? That would be accurate. If you're willing to help fudge things a bit and work today anyway, it'll help us out a lot. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi likely could use a hand in the workshop. A good opportunity to introduce herself. Wait, someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else here. Yeah, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop is through that door there, the one next to the UFO catcher. The crane game, to use the layman's terms. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads in the back, presumably to the office to go crunch some numbers. If Francine's really taking that back there, hopefully he's going to crunch quietly. My first coworker ended up slightly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be. Uh-oh, that's a telephone. I'm a pause here. Hello? Good, how are you? All the way down there? Give me a bowl. Yeah, the bowl, no cheese. No cheese. Yes. Sounds good. Love you. Bye. Okay. I don't know why I took my headphones off. I mean, I guess I know I took my headphones off, but... Okay, apparently a chicken is coming. Yay. Okay. So, we're gonna meet with Naomi right now. Somebody just texted me right now. Okay. Let's get back to this now. If I ever import this to YouTube, I might edit that out. I don't know. We'll see. My first coworker ended up slightly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be. But he's not a jerk, definitely. I get where he's coming from. Plus, I've really known blunt people before. It's easy to mistake them for jerks, especially at first glance. I figure I can give this guy an honest chance. Anyway, I should go meet my next coworker, this Naomi that he mentioned, although I could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. A double door, also marked employees only. Oh, that apostrophe! Leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area of some sort. I turn the handle and step inside. Definitely a workshop back here. In a fun little room tucked away between the back offices and the funplex front, I find what is very likely this Naomi, spoken only of in myth and legend. A girl, about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. I didn't realize they had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering a capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting metals fills the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. Excuse me, for lack of a better way to interrupt her. I was worried no matter what I did, she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump as she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock was not quite that intense. Hello.
Hey, you know this room is for employees only.
Haha, that's the thing, she said, with no apostrophe.
Are you lost? Do you need
I'm Aguiloba. I am the new floor attendant starting today.
Hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone. I guess I forgot to check my text. Oh, whoops.
Oh, hi, Naomi. She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench, where a huge stack of green notification messages lie in wait. So, alright, so... very busy, not always accessible. So this is making me think, in the case of an emergency, don't actually go to Naomi. I don't know if that's actually gonna... I don't remember if that happens in the game or not. One thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. No wonder I didn't notice her until now. She was totally focused on the task at hand. Or I always assumed retro arcade nerds were fat middle-aged guys. Hey! No wonder I didn't notice her. She was totally focused on the task at hand. The room's right at the heart of the building, but totally isolated, with the heavy doors closed behind me. I can barely hear the arcade. Considering how completely and utterly dedicated she was to that monitor, even not even noticing me, I guess that's also why. But what I first noticed is her smile. Are we going on to the dating part already? Even when squinting to see the tiny components on that circuit board, even when laser focused, she was smiling happily.
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild.
Oh, Fairchild.
Becky. Hi. Pleased to meet you. I was expecting Gavin, though. He usually checks up on me about now.
Oh, Fairchild, like... Wait. Are there, like, video game puns in everybody's names that I've missed so far? Because, I mean, there was a console called the Fairchild F. I don't... Like, this was back 70s or so, something like that. But... he's busy doing things with numbers.
Yeah, that sounds like Gavin.
Oh, Gavin.
I take it he sent you along to help? Great. Give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, I dropped it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. She helps me lift a large cathode ray tube, slotting the heavy metal framework into place with the exposed guts of the nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that largely hollow wooden shell. This is the first time I've seen the inside of one of these things. It's weird. Lots of empty space. A couple large slabs of circuits, and that beefy monitor. Why it's so empty in there? Maybe we could fill it with nacho dip. I feel like this is my first time seeing the guts of a game. I'm gonna go with the the baseline answer here, because if I say why is it so empty, that's kind of, you know, like the glass is half not full kind of thing. And I definitely don't feel like going for the jokey answer with Naomi at this point is a good idea. Yeah, I'm like, listen, I have used nacho dip to kill before. I will do it again. I'll admit, I don't know much about anything about how arcade games tick. I figured it was packed full of circuits and things. Naomi keeps working using a pocket multimeter to check the various connections as he speaks. Multimeter? I think that's how you say it. It could be packed in tighter, like a bar top or a cocktail cab. I'd say uprights favor them over functionality. Form over functionality. I mean, compare American and Japanese cabinets. Ours are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright, even if that means an empty base. Japanese candy cabs are shorter, so you play sitting down, but I prefer the American style. Ours have more room for art. This is true. She closes up the rear access panel, closing it with one of the mini keys on the right, on the key ring on her side, and then steps back to admire the handiwork. There is genuine joy in that smile, not just a job well done, but at looking at the whole thing, like a sculpture.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I love the classic Midway style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold font on the marquee, that bezel artwork. Okay, yeah. Okay, but this is what they were saying earlier too about, you know, we're mentioning our certain brands and stuff, but these are not necessarily endorsements or nothing else like that. So like Midway. The what on the what and the what work? With a sign, Naomi points out some key features to me. The strip across the top with the game title, that is the marquee. The artwork around the monitor, that's the bezel. I mean, you see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give this game its own unique feel, its own experience. As well, for me, well, a bunch of weird looking boxes in a row looks ugly. I agree, it's beautiful in its own way. Or, you're a resident game historian? I feel like I understand where that's coming from, but I don't like that choice. I'm going to agree, it's beautiful in its own way. The way that she stares lovingly at this, well, honestly, this box of wood and circuits and vacuum tubes, I think I understand. It was made to be one whole thing. The art, the style. I do not know who that character is, Quint, I'm sorry. It was made to be just the one whole thing, the art, the style, and of course the game itself, all of it part of the same experience. Everything about the game is the game. If you run it in an emulator or on a game console, it's made lesser. Yeah, I guess I can see it. It's beautiful in its own way. Oh, good. Naomi lights up with joy like a pinball machine, all twinkly and shiny. So few people really understand the beauty of a classic arcade. Having someone I can talk to about this stuff is going to be great, especially with that jerk Gavin running the numbers. Gavin? What's wrong with Gavin?
I don't know.
Don't get me wrong, I can get along with him generally, but his whole attitude just... Ugh. All he really cares about is money. He keeps the arcade running, yeah, but I just know if he had it his way, he would get the whole place. If anyone's gonna ruin the Funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. That doesn't sound right. He seemed easy enough to get along with, and what's more, Gavin gave me that whole speech about protecting dreams. That looks like a pretty sore point here. This looks like a pretty sore point here. A long-standing argument that the new guy really shouldn't get involved with. And yet, I am involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. So I'm not sure I should prod at it, but I kind of want to know. Let her vent. Let her hear her side of it. let her keep. I'm just gonna, it's like there's something going on here. Let her discuss it. I mean, I need to learn about everybody, but at the same time, queer the error, queer the. You see, I'm not sure what the difference is between those two. I think I'm just gonna let her keep talking. I just get so mad thinking about what evil, money-minded schemes he's probably cooking up.
No.
Not gonna get worked up. So it's not right of me to dump all this workplace gossip right here on the head of the newbie. You seem like a good person, and you love arcade games like I do. Let's get back to work, shall we? Now for the not for the less fun part. You seem a strong, strapping kind of guy. Well, a strong guy, at least. Oh. I'm strapping, aren't I? Am I? You're a guy. That's enough. I'm semi-insulted? Okay, let's get to it. Alright. A little to the left now. My left. You're right, careful. Now forward. Right, correct. I mean, not turn to the right. Keep it coming. There. Carefully tip it. Victory. I gently ease the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box sliding into place alongside its neighbors. The two-wheeled dolly makes it easier, but hardly easy, especially with Naomi fretting over her baby getting scratched, or worse, falling over. But with the work she's done, she is all smiles again. Glad to be done with that one, I swear. I've been working on that monitor for ages. Those tubes are finicky as heck, and I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback. But thanks for helping me out, Augie. I think you're going to do just great here. Happy to... What? Help? Is that like me getting hungry for lunchtime? Is that my understanding of this? Or am I turning into a werewolf? I might be turning into a werewolf. Okay. Stomach growling. Food required. Wasn't actually expecting to be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch.
Pizza on a bagel.
Now, I'm just talking here, but if you had pizza on a bagel... Shush! Hey, any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore sells donuts and stuff, but not really, unfortunately. I mean, there's a cheapo web sub sandwich place, but even if that stuff is super tasty, you don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. Hey, I know, we're here. And she's off, scurrying back to her hidey hole. And she's back, scurrying from her hidey hole. Lunchtime, here you go. She presses a boxed lunch into my hand. It's a bento box! I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned from her mom back when they lived in Japan. She gave me her bento box! Rice and pickles and all sorts of good healthy things. I'll forgive you for the pickles, but yes. Wait, you're giving me your lunch? Oh, why not? And yet when I first walked in as a stranger, she looked super uncomfortable. That escalated quickly. Uh-oh. What are you going to have for lunch then? Oh, I could just get some nachos from the vending machine to hit the, or go to the whole store next door. I've got a book delivery to pick up anyway. Okay. I mean, that was super nice of her, but at the same time, now it's like, why don't you want to eat your own food? But you said eating healthy was important. See ya! Okay. Uh-huh. I can't help but think that she was just looking for an excuse to go get some junk food. I'd say Naomi definitely fits in with Francine's ideals for this arcade. She's got a love for these games, and it shows. And giving her lunch? A total stranger? That's a kindness that I don't know if I deserve, but I appreciate it all the same. So, a bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute, and hopefully has plenty of calories, too. Armed with a box of health food, I retired to the employees to get my munch on. Okay. How are we doing time-wise? I'm still about an hour 30 already. I'm thinking maybe another half hour or so. Maybe I'll meet this person. The room where I had my bizarre job interview will suffice for food time. It's not much, a few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but it'll do. Utterly famished at this point, I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch. Hi, giant flamingo. Hello. Or, I guess I should say, huh. I love the choice here. Incoherent screaming, ah! Coherent screaming, oh my gosh, no! Or just await death. Ah, that's the second time I've wanted sweet merciful death. Or I've... Let's get some coherent screaming. I opened my mouth as wide as I could and let the fear fall from my lips, my mind devoid of any emotion but horror. Whoa, whoa! Horrific vision. I knew death would find a familiar face. Whoa, whoa, it's fine, everything's gonna be fine. But you're I'm a real human being, I promise, it's just a costume. Ah, okay. You killed the flamingo!
Hey, so I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really. Can we start over, maybe?
I'm guessing that, yeah, this is Ashley. I nod my head slowly, although that could just be the muscle spasms from being in shock.
I'm Ashley.
Yeah. I'm Augie.
Also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
Okay, Pinky. The what? The Funplex what now? This is almost 2 months to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale cheerful. And, wow, I've met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
Okay, so... seems a little bit full of herself, but at the same time, trying to be nice.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex, after all.
Gotcha. Oh, no, that's what I meant. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Since, this morning, to be specific.
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
Hi, Ashley. I mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more.
Let's see.
You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right up to the employees only door. But how did you get the door code?
Ooh.
Of course. You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
Let's see.
Next you needed to lie and wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret key code. Just find me. It keeps going. Well, she's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario. Ashley's got quite the imagination, all right. Do I come across as a creepy trespasser? OFOP. I don't know which training that is. Is that like OSHA? No, it can't be like OSHA. I mean, I think that costume is a safety hazard all on its own, but OPSEC. I'm curious what that is. Let me know. I wouldn't say passion. I would say she's got quite the imagination. That's how I would spin it. Or, I mean, I'm suitably impressed. Slightly terrified. She can take an idea and just run with it. Where is she running with it? I don't think even she knows. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped, but for a price. I actually finally realized that she's been babbling to herself for a good couple minutes. Oops. Sometimes it gets swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? Yeah. No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops and screaming children and broken machines. Okay. You aren't really painting the best picture here. Oh, geez, I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move. I want to move up in the world. Like, I've got things to accomplish and dreams to fulfill and cosplay to make. Okay. Does she make it herself? Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up and she smiles. Oh yeah, you know, I'm dressing up as your favorite video game or TV character. I love it. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering, really. Granted, she only had the power to stop my heart for a few beats.
Yes!
You want to try? You got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one! Yeah, I think Ashley is pointing to her flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. Pinky is your creation. Intentionally. Yeah, it looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? Let's see here. I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. If you were going for terrifying, then yes, no. I don't know heads from tails, but I can appreciate it. I would say I commend you for your crafting skills. Alright, I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that. Literally, if I got enough thread running between them, I'm pretty impressed, though. Naomi was going on about craftsmanship of game. Crowley, you're digging on craftsmanship of costumes. Aw, thanks. It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I wear it around the Funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped to play some games, and all the kids seem to adore it. Oh, that makes sense. Although the arcade has been completely dead so far, no crowds to pump or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer, glances around room once, and then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch the left arm, and I was giving her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Limbs falling off seems bad. Oh, it was. Yesterday I was dancing with a girl. She must have been like 5 or 6. Anyway, we were next to the Showtime stage when she tugged on my arm and whoosh! Off came the arm, and the girl instantly started falling. Oh, at least you were consistently scaring people. Not just me.
No.
Hey, now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. You're Carl's replacement? I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. The floor is a thing in which I am attending to, which I am not going into when I am not going into cardiac arrest. Okay, lay off the scared me to death part. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper that I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? Yes, I met them already, although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I wish they would hurry up and make out already. I mean... yeah. Wait. Wait, are they going... No. But they always bicker like an old married couple. It's the classic anime cliche, the ones who fight always end up together. Mark my words, Augie. Consider them marked.
Beep, beep.
Hey, thing. Ashley's too funny. Yeah, Ashley is definitely the one who knows what's going on here. Okay, hi, PDA thing. What was that sound? Oh, Dread, I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat. That's so good. No. Augie needs his calories. You eat up, I'll go wash the floor. In fact, how about I take over your ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough, thanks. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recesses of that inhuman mask. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, oh wow, it occurs to me that I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. I like her enthusiasm about her art. She's got a lot going on in that head of hers. I just don't understand it at all. Not that I don't, it's not that case. It's not that I don't understand it. Like, I'm not going to choose the second one because I don't agree with that second half of the sentence. She's definitely got a lot going on in her head, and I kind of understand where it's coming from, though. So I'm going to pick this first one here. The way that Ashley's whole expression changed when she was talking about things that she was passionate about warms my heart. Her beaming energy just lights up the whole room. I wonder if one day I'll be that excited about something. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of the workday begins.